welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. On first down, Tagovailoa. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Complete.
A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And his throw is incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And finally, they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 15. A big gainer there on 3rd and 1. 51 yards on the ground. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. This is Breida. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. But for Matt Breida, this is kind of an emotional game to be sure. He was signed as an undrafted free agent by these 49ers following the 2017 draft. And he had 3 good years for him. In fact, leading the Niners in rushing in 2018. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
It's a gain of a yard. And this is 3rd down.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good.
The kick is good.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll drop here to throw. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get into the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24.
The Niners take over 1st and 10. at their own 24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Earl Thomas in on the stop.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Jerome Baker in on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, Thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Garoppolo looks to throw. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
8-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A gain of 3.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
At the Dolphins' 4-yard line.
Garoppolo now. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Christian Wilkins showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are back within a score. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
Gould now out to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, Sanders. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there, and that'll make it 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Here are 2 words that we hear. Coaches say all of the time, one starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, Breida. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Run there by Matt Breida, and he spent the early part of his career in San Francisco sharing the backfield and sharing the ball. What you really want with him, open space and make sure he's touching it because he can take it from 0 to the end zone in a very short amount of time.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
It's a gain of...
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
The tackle by...
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line. Running from the gun with Howard. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
The ball carrier.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Less than a yard.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Tua going to throw. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
Incomplete.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
James on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. And that is incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll have the 1st down as he's up to about the 18. Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin 1st. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
A 52-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13 to 10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Samuel bringing in the slant. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
And Deebo Samuel's another one of those young receivers that not only looks like a running back, but plays like one after the catch. And he had one of the best seasons among 2019's rookie receivers. Just over 800 yards receiving, but by the time the playoffs hit, he'd become WR1 for the 49ers. And now with the departure of Emmanuel Sanders, that should give him even more looks. Look for him to catch the ball downfield and also take it out of the backfield.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That play unable to get started thanks to the defense of Quan Alexander.
25-yard line.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They run again with Breida. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here we go. Like 20. Let's go, D.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. That catch good for only a couple.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 11. 80. Hey, let's go. 51 to Mike. Here we go. 11.
Now Garoppolo. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football.
Their own 33-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage. But you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
4th down.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. On the return is Pettis. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. But now it's 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly...
Now Garoppolo lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Returnable for Grant. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Tua sets up to pass it. Run in over the middle by Grant. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They run for him with Breida. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The 42-yard line.
2nd and 11. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 11. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Wilson.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
The 19-yard line.
12.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he's got this down to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was 2nd in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Here's Tevin Coleman, now in his 2nd year with the Niners. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. Here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. Touchdown. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Niners 17.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 20.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Tua, a big spot for the rookie from Alabama. They'll set up a screen for Breida. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
A gain of 3.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. To throw is Tua. Dancing to his left. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
It's
And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers, throw a quick slant or something like that.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is right down Broadway. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. The roughing the kicker called on fourth down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it.
Garoppolo on the keeper.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Niners, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.